Are you saying, do you think if you're just looking for you're a woman in your 50s and you're looking for a guy and you don't want a meal ticket, you just want to be taken out on dates, you want to be looked after, you just want a nice relationship, that maybe dating apps are not the way to go?
It's a question, but at the same time, everybody knows a story about people who met on a dating app. And, it depends on how you go about it. In some ways, I think that if you're a woman in your 50s, or 60s, you're actually at an advantage because you have better communication skills usually. You know a little bit better about what you're looking for. Your head isn't so easily turned by superficial attributes. You're a little bit more discerning, and you know how to conduct yourself. And also, you have a stronger sense of self so that the rejection it's not so personal. It's
Very
like,
true.
yeah, I get ghosted. I mean, I've had guys like, yes, it was fun to see them. It was a fun date. And as they walk away, I know I'm just not going to hear from them again. They're scared, they're busy, everyone's trying to make it. They're trying so hard to make it.
And do you think, because of who you are, you're Candace Bushnell, do you think they're intimidated by you?
I think they don't understand. One of the things that I found is somehow in the last 20 years, Sex in the City is bigger than it ever was. Um, and it's something that, like, everybody's watched. Now it's a legendary TV show, whereas before it was a TV show on HBO that was great. But now it's kind of grown in its reputation. So
Legendary.
yes, now it's legendary. And so, I do definitely get guys who are curious about, the connection and who I am and, in
And
connection.
you recently said that you dated a 21-year-old and a 19-year-old
No,
at the
well,
same time.
that
You're
happened like
still on
last
that.
year or 2 years ago. Everybody keeps bringing it up. It's like, whatever.
Oh
Uh,
God.
you know,
But I think for a woman that's, 50s, 60s, that's pretty impressive. And I want to know what the benefits of dating a younger guy and versus an older guy and vice versa.
gosh. Uh, what would be the benefits? It really depends on the guy. I mean, younger guys at first they seem to be a little bit more interested in, like, asking questions about you. They're a little bit more curious because that's what young people do. Whereas I found that older guys, that's when you get the guy who sits there and just does a monologue 2 hours about,
What
like,
about himself?
let me tell you my life story. One guy sat there and told me his life story from, when he was a kid. I was like, dude, that was 70 years ago. Come on. Um, so,
Was that one of your
older,
worst dates then?
whatever. Older guys are a little bit more sexist. They can be,
Mm.
um, you know, but a lot of these younger guys, I mean, guys in their 40s they're like 25-year-olds.
Well,
They're
then maybe they're having their midlife crisis early.
uh no, they just never grew up. I mean, it's a lot harder for people to grow up these days. It's hard for them to get out of the house, to get their own place.
Mm.
Uh it's but it depends on the guy.